Big energy. What's going on, man? Grand Rising, good people. Check it out. Check it out. So, last night, Super Bowl halftime performance. Um, man, I was super excited about it. I ain't gonna hold you because I'm just waking up too, man. I'm about to go take care of some business. That's why I'm dressed and all of that. But uh, I was excited, man, because for one, I'm a Kendrick Lamar supporter. You know what I'm saying? I really respect the young brother. I'm only like I think 6 years older than him or something like that, but I respect that brother, man. I respect that brother because I can tell by his music and his message. It's not a lot of conscious rappers that kind of deal with um, things that they're going through, and you can kind of tell, like, the brother with his music. You can tell he goes through stuff. You can tell, like, people might look at him like he's just this nice, whatever it may be, like he hasn't been through nothing, but you can tell in his music that that's not the case, So, um, I was excited, man, but I also knew it was gonna come with a lot of scrutiny because, everybody, all eyes was on him, and he's like the first rapper to single-handedly do that on that high, on that stage. You know what I'm saying? The Super Bowl. So you knew it was gonna come. It was hate was gonna come, and I even said yesterday, like, if you with Drake, you have to fight for your guy. You know what I'm saying? If you support Drake, you have to hate that. But overall, the message, the hidden jewels in that performance was so on time and so needed, man, that I appreciated it, man. Like I was super. I ain't even watched the game after that. I already knew Philadelphia was gonna win, and I don't really even care about the NFL to be 1,000. It was the first NFL game I watched in my home since Colin Kaepernick, the whole protest. Because I've been, the way I am. I'm one of those people like you. You say "f my people" one time, I'm cool on you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's up with me forever, and I don't think I'll probably, unless Kendrick perform again. There ain't probably gonna be no more NFL in my house. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie. I just did it because even with my job, like a lot of times people talk about sports and I have no idea who they talking about because I haven't watched the NFL. I only watch college football. And anyways, back to the the halftime show, man. I thought he did a great job, man. I thought it was they even had Lettucey doing "Lift Every Voice and Sing." Man, that was a pro-black Super Bowl, wasn't it? Shout out to that, man. It was just a great night, man. But back to the criticism that the brother, K Dot is getting, and the love. Only thing is, like, with black folks, I understand everybody is entitled to opinion. I got a homie that always say, you think somebody's higher than criticism or above criticism, whatever the term is. It's not that. My view with everything is always be mindful of what you're doing. Um, like, I understand people like the Apollo vibe. Like, you want to boo, throw tomatoes at something if it's not good, and you feel that's your right to do so, which it is. But you got to understand something. When you think about the term race and you think about just your ethnic group, you have to understand that even when you think about race is like a competition. So it's just like you expect, if you expect your favorite team, if their quarterback throw an interception or he fumbles the ball after the game, you don't expect, or you wouldn't advise their teammate to clown them. And if they do, it'd be like all over, it'd be a top story because you would know that's some sort of friction in house. So for me, that's how I look at always, like, being critical, especially on that type of stage. If you don't like something, you don't like it. That's cool. But if you know it's on Super Bowl and it ain't your thing, I'm if he would have, like, for me, if Kendrick would have, like, stunk up the joint, that's why I was nervous for him. I'm like, man, I know he probably nervous or whatever, but if he would have stunk up the joint, man, you wouldn't have heard me say nothing. I'd have been quiet in the morning. That's like a rule of thumb for me. Like, I don't hold that against you because I understand most people that got something to say couldn't do that themselves. Most people that boo somebody couldn't even do half of what they're booing. And as a man, I'm not into that. Like, I'm just not that type of person that's okay with that. Like I feel like I'm people might say I'm a hater of like Drake or certain artists or music, but hello, I'm a rapper. I feel like I'm better than everybody anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Like so, but that's just how you supposed to be as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a rapper, so I'm gonna hold my own regardless. So I can do that. You know what I mean? But what Kendrick did last night, at that stage, I would have been scared as a nah, I couldn't have did that. I mean, if I had confidence, I believe I could do anything. If I had that type of confidence, I had that type of backing, yeah, I would but I still would have been nervous, you know what I'm saying? But right now, where I'm at now, no, I'd have been bad. I'd have been like, oh shoot, messed up words. But I admired the message and man, having Samuel Jackson out there, man. Samuel Jackson, bro. Like, come on, man. Like that was and then I saw black folks like, oh, that's trash. Or then people get mad when you do like it. It's like, oh, you deriding or whatever. Let me say this, man. I come from a time where black folks used to support black folks regardless, bro. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, so we used to have movie theaters on our side of the town, on Siementhaler. If you're from Dayton, you know what I'm talking about. Right there on Salem, you had the Contiki, then it turned into Lowe's, you had Cinema North, like I said, on Siementhaler. And right there on Cleppinger, right off of Cleppinger. And man, those lines, when a black movie, when Set It Off, Nutty Professor, New Jack City, whatever came out that was black, bro, I don't care if it was that darn cat. If it was a black movie, my guy, it was so many people lined up, bro. It was lined like we were supporting each other. Like that's just what we did. When I first started rapping, like I remember selling so many CDs and people be like, yo, bro, I don't even listen to rap, but my nephew might. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. We were so supportive. I don't know. I have a couple theories of why. I don't really want to get into that, but I don't know why that changed all of a sudden. But it did. It extremely changed to where people we're so eager to point out something we don't like. And if you ever look at a lot of groups, they don't have that critique of other people. I ain't never seen a Hispanic or whatever go off on one of their people. You know what I'm saying? They only celebrate their victories. People like black folks got to understand that, man. And everybody like, oh, y'all, we got the right, it's subject. Yeah, but you shooting yourself in your own foot. Because what happens if Kendrick is the last one to do the Super Bowl, then you're going to be mad about that. If you're not included in something, it's like, man, where's whoever, somebody that's not black, that's not rapping, that's not representing the culture, you're going to have a complaint. But as soon as somebody that's representing the culture is like, he could have did this. Yo, man, shut up, B. Shut up. And it's like, I don't want to be that raw, but it's the truth. Shut up. If you don't like it, it's fine. It costs you nothing. Pay it no mind. You heard Jay. Chill, man. Like, what's wrong with just being like keeping it to yourself or talking about like that's how you be on code. Like you have to consider all of that. Like, man, like if I see something, I look at everything like it's my family. If that was my son and he did something and I seen something, I'm like, oh man, he stuck up the joint. I'ma probably talk to my homie about like, yeah, that was trash. But I ain't gonna go online and no, I'm not gonna do that. Why? What is your purpose? Because my thing is, you gotta ask yourself, can you do it? That's all you gotta do. Can you do it? Could you do better? If it was you, would you have done better? I don't understand. I know people be like, man, it's my opinion. I get it right. Yeah, go ahead and shoot yourself in the foot. Go ahead. Keep doing it. Go ahead and keep shooting yourself in the foot. This is Black History Month. We just had, that man went up there. Somebody was saying he didn't perform, we gonna be all right. But the whole set was basically, we gonna be all right. It wasn't even about the songs, my guy. You know what I mean? Like, but like the set, the whole thing that he put together with Samuel being Uncle Sam, and they are already breaking it down on social media, so I don't even really have to do that. But I just feel like it was I was excited, man. I think I stayed up and I did like 30 posts on Facebook. I was excited, man. I was nervous and excited for him. I knew the hate was coming, and I expect the hate to come from, Drake supporters, because, man, but to be the first rapper and then to go out there with that message, meanwhile still, I'm dissing the guy after the guy put the lawsuit out, and wow. I mean, that song, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I mean, I got a video on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got a video where I was before the battle. Well, actually during the battle, I was like, dang, man, I know when Kendrick respond, he gonna get him. But it was at that time where everybody had him on the clock, and everybody was just talking about the J. Cole situation, and I was just like, man, I wanted the homie to respond, and boy, a few months later, Jesus. But anyways, man, yeah, that's just my opinion on that. I didn't want to do a long post or type about that. I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. You know what I mean? Stop shooting yourself in the foot, man. Like, it's okay to have your opinion, man, but sometimes you got to remember this. Jay, and I say it again, Jay said it best. If you don't like it, fine. It costs you nothing. Pay it no mind. That's how you be on code. Peace.